Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth here on YouTube. The forecast for the 20th until the 26th of April. And this is where I bring you the sacred mission so that we as Earth warriors, light workers, can bring light, love, and spirit here back on Earth. And the sun is in Taurus, baby. And oh, I love that moment when the sun hits Taurus and you really feel it. You feel sensual. You can really feel your body. You take care of your body. You go back in nature and you just ground yourself. And Pachamama is just like, I'm alive. Pachamama is saying, I'm here. Here's my beauty. Here's my expression. Here's my flowers. Here's my scents. Here's everything I have for you. Here are my fruits, the first fruits coming out. And so, wow. Sun in Taurus is where you ground, where you appreciate. Sun in Taurus is appreciation. And guess what we're going to appreciate? Our values of the collective. Guess what we're going to have to appreciate? Sun square Saturn today, as we're recording this. Sun square Saturn is limitations in our ego, limitations in our essence of who we are, and to appreciate the fact that we have this connection right now through the internet, through technology. And what it is it is showing us the limitation of the lockdown is putting our focus on that whole internet. And not just internet, but internet. Let me just, hold on a second. Let me just adjust my thing here, as I know and I hear that this is making sound. This is very Taurian-like. My stones. Okay, so we can continue. So it is showing us where we are limited. So it is helping us focus on the whole internet thing. And Sun in Taurus with Uranus there, right, is really feeling that. And the internet, which connects us, is a representation of our inner net. Sun in Taurus brings a focus to Venus. And Venus is within. Where Mars is without and desire, which is what Sun in Aries is all about, we're past that right now. Sun in Taurus is going within, finding the inner value. Now, what is that inner value? Is the fact that we are connected through an inner net. And so yesterday I put on my Instagram, there's this whole new technology. It's called, I fucking forgot right now, magnoencephalogram or something. So where an EEG puts, right, the wires on your head, that MEG right now is outside, right, and can read your information, what's going on within your head. Venus in Gemini is that conversation and is the mind and is mental and is, right? And so these conversations, the mind, what that shows, our thoughts, they're not within our head, they're without, they're in the field. It shows that our brain is a receiver of information and that our memories and thoughts are stored around us in the field. And that where you focus upon, you take that thought and literally draw it in your head. And it's via this that we are interconnected via dialogue, mind, memories, thoughts, belief systems, the collective conscious and unconscious. And so that's that inner net versus the internet. And if we really truly look at how the internet connects us, we can see how we are wired within. Because the outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So we need to look and appreciate that connection. So, Sun in Taurus at the end of this week is going to hit Uranus. And let me tell you why that is so fucking exciting. It's a reset in our nervous system. And it's just like, it's gonna be felt, and it's the amount of information that you can let pass through your spinal cord, through your pineal gland and your pituitary gland and your crown chakra. It's the Kundalini energy, the nervous system that is just like being allowed to really vibrate and shock. And it's like shock after shock the whole week and a couple of days after that. And so these shocks with Venus and Gemini are information that is coming in. And it's just like buzzing, 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 buzzing. And this brings new information, new ideas, new sparks with a harmonious aspect over to Mars in Aquarius, still happening and technically never going to happen because Venus is slowing down. Because it is wanting to start to reflect on that whole dynamic of our freedom of speech, of our privacy, of our ideas, and also with that dark moon. We need to start talking about the dark moon first, because the dark moon is very important. It is going to show us where we're wounded in our self-image, where we're not taking action, and where we're aggressive and trying to control the power. Because Mercury is going to start squaring Pluto and Jupiter. So, the dark moon is going to hit Mercury, Chiron, and Black Moon Lilith. That is anger, rage, shame, guilt that we have to face, that is suppressed, that is going to come out through Mars in Aquarius, that is going to rebel, that is going to set more towers on fire, that is just going to say fuck you to the government. And the government, on the other hand, when that Mercury square Pluto happens, is just going to show who is in fucking power. Mercury square Pluto is just like, it's the last compulsions. It's the last like shaking of the government, of the authority, of the ones in power and manipulating. And it's just going to be with Venus and Gemini. It's like, who is in power here? Who actually is in power? And why is that? And it's just these conversations about who is in power. And these are two main themes happening this week. Who is in power? And the reset of the nervous system. The shocks. It is very shocking information that is coming out. It's shocking for our nervous system, but this is happening so that we can evolve, so that our nervous system, our spinal cord can acquire more information. And that nervous system is important because it allows you to tune into your physical environment. And now, people who are in tune, who are awake, who are meditating, who are doing their spiritual work, they sense so freaking much. And this is important because we are spiritual truth. And not even spiritual truth, we are truth. And to be able to radiate that and to tune into that truth, Venus and Gemini is going to pinpoint that and say, this is why. I understand now. And it's going to be able to express. It is, however, starting to square Neptune. It's not, it's slowing down. So it's like, it takes a little bit longer. But it could be blinded. It could have illusions. We have to take care of that. But at the same time, it's also so much spiritual information that is coming in. And that is causing us to see things, connections, because Mars is in Aquarius, and it's like, it's searching and looking, and it's like, it's making the connections, and so much information coming out, and just like, you're starting to see it now. and it brings shocks to the nervous system and helps grow the nervous system. And what I believe that we as earth warriors and light workers in these times can really do is not only first with that dark moon accept the wound where we have given power away to an external authority that is now manipulating and really trying to control, but where we are just failing in taking the action, where we have given that power away and that we can feel powerless. But now, with all that information from other light beings and guides that come in, and you just tuning into the field and understanding that information, you have the power to act. You have the power to take new information in, and it is your duty as an earth warrior and light worker to use that, your intuitive ability, to cooperate with other people that have other genius abilities. If you're, for instance, let's say a psychic and you are good in astrology, then you're going to give your information to scientists to really investigate that theory. And it's our duty to help people to awaken by putting them in a relaxed state, by helping them get into their heart and out of that duality, but into wholeness, so that they for themselves can start feeling and develop the nervous system and be in tune with the environment, because that's what Sun Uranus is all about. That's fucking in tune with your environment. It's intuitive about, wow, so beautiful. That Sun Uranus on Sunday is going to be such a gift. And Venus and Gemini will be able to really understand. Be careful for the blindness with square Neptune though. But then that trine over to Mars in Aquarius is these divinely inspired intuition and messages from your environment. You're going to see where we're headed in the future. And that future is bright. That future is beautiful. The shift has happened. And a lot of people are waking up and are taking their responsibility and their duty. You just need to look for that dark moon where you're still not doing that, and where you're aggressive, where you're angry, where you are, just separating yourself from source. And that's important. And that's it. So I wish you a lot of appreciation, beauty, inner peace, intuitive with your environment, intuition with your environment, in tune with your environment, allowing the dark wound to be experienced of shame, guilt, of being not confident. It's all going to bring that up. And where you manipulate, where you are aggressive, where you are rebelling, allowing that to be there, and then take that and really make sense of that. Starting in a conversation, the search for love, Venus and Gemini, over to Mars in Aquarius, bringing you inspiration for the collective. And that's it. Sun in Taurus wakes up the fucking nervous system. Baby. Much love, the Leo Mystic. See you next week. Bye-bye.